All right. You sure you're not going to tell anybody that we were here? Good deal. Good deal. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hold on. Let's do a proper Barry introduction. There it is. It's just hard for me to do it when I put the mouse on the other screen because then I can't turn around and my character spins around. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back by popular demand and time finally allowing, kind of. I got a lot of stuff I should be doing at the house today. We are back, Tour de Americas, picking up where we left off, and there has been some changes, and there are some very unique challenges in front of us, so I cannot wait for today's flight. So thank you. Sorry for the semi-last minute, couple hour notification there. I tend to like to schedule these out, at least a day or so in advance. That way, if anyone wants to fly along. But for the sake of the route, it may be better that we are going solo today. I didn't see any other aircraft on the ramp. So where we're going, it's only where Barry Seal can go. So the coordinates are up on the top of the chat if you need to figure them out. It's off the Juliana VOR. I'll also show you guys that, or Julian VOR, excuse me. We'll look at that en route. But it should be a pretty fun flight because we're going to be taking off, hopefully, VFR here. Looks like we can get out of here VFR, maybe VFR up on top, get out over the water. We're going to do some coastline flying, and then we're going to pick up our IFR clearance if required, and then head on down through LA airspace, and then break off VFR to a special location that is undisclosed. Now, this location is very close to the Mexico border, and this stream never really happened. So it's about to get serious on this. So what is up, Drew Smith? Thank you for the 6 months of support, my man. Appreciate you. Callie Simmer in the house. Callie Simmer, thank you so much for the support and tuning in. I appreciate you out on your side today of California, West Coast, Best Coast. Jeremy Harvey in the house. What's up? Good to see you. We are transporting. What are we transporting? Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about, Jeremy. AJ, what's up? Good to see you, man. Zach Lewine's in the house. Al W here. New eyes, new locale, new life. What's up, Al? Good to see you, man. Hunter's in the house. You should fly to Whiskey Echo Echo Delta. Yeah, I'm not sure where that airport is. Eastern T3 Fly USMC. What's up, my man? Fubar's in the house. Tom Pascal on Matavia Shakovic. Digital Merc is also here. AFO Mickey G in the house. Mr. I have a Moza Force feedback base, and I'm too good for everybody now to post screenshots because I have a Moza. So, dude, hope you're loving it, man. You're going to have to let us know how it handles with some of these GA birds. It looks like that fog is burning off. I think we can definitely get out of here VFR, at least for the time being. Now, the winds are ripping down the pipe right now, 18, 22 knots, but it is coming down the runway, so we should be okay. So we're going to go ahead and get this bird fired up. It's got a little bit longer flight. I think it's going to be, I don't know, if we were to just fly GPS direct, it would only take, maybe an hour plus, but because of our dodging and dipping and diving, it's going to take a little bit longer than that. And this is all, hopefully we can actually get to the airport that we're going into, because where we're landing, I shouldn't even call it an airport, where we're landing, high terrain, mountains, low clouds, the last I checked, from the closest airport that has a weather service. But we'll just have to look at that and overcome those challenges as we go en route live. Andy B, what's up, man? Thank you for the 1 year support, man. Andy B hit the 1 year mark, man. Thank you for the 12-month support, dude. Really appreciate you. Cali Wave to us in Pomona. Yep, we're going over Pomona VOR. AJ Fernard, what's up? Thanks for the $3 super chat. Shockingly, the secret location isn't Kern Valley. It is not Kern Valley, and AJ, I think I may have started my own fly-in location. So wait till you see where we're headed, my man. Wait till you see where we're headed. Key 6, what's up, man? Who needs weather service? Exactly. Barry doesn't need no stinking weather service. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and pull our pitot covers and everything here. I've already preloaded the fuel. One thing you'll notice. The tariffs kicked in, and they ripped out our old GPS. So now we are down to a 430. Mr. Barry, the gringo himself, he had to wire it up. So while we have a 430 for situational awareness, technically we still have to use our KNS-81 for autopilot nav, because I do not believe the 430 will primary nav, because technically this is a secondary nav source. The primary is still the KNS-81. So we have we're overcoming some challenges here. Things are getting expensive. The tariffs kicked in, like I said, and we weren't able to get our sweet avionics layout. But it is what it is, Barry. We'll improvise, adapt, and overcome, right, chat? So that is what Barry Seal is all about. So let's come over here. Let's go ahead and pull the Let's go ahead and pull the chocks, covers, and engine covers. With that done, I mean, it's been a while since we've been in this bird. Let's take a quick little look around here. Everything is looking wonderful. We were never here either. That's why we were talking to that ramp supervisor there. Everything looks good. We'll come up around here. Oh, you know what? I do need to turn the sounds up in this sim. Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? There you go. How about some sounds? All right, everything looks good there. We've got a, we'll put on the new stickers for our tail numbers. So these are actually magnetics. We'll throw those on there. That looks good. All right. We're getting close to getting another flag, chat. I think there's going to be some changes coming, though, to this livery for Barry. I think the powers that be, or some of these agencies. What? Now there's more clouds moving in. This is not good. We better hurry up and get this thing juiced up. I see more clouds moving in. It looks like the powers that be have got some images of us. That's what that, you know, in the thumbnail. So we're going to have to make some changes, I think, to the old livery. We'll see. Whiskey Throttle's cooking. That's all I can say. Anyway, we're idle forward cutoff. That all looks good. Let's pull up the... Actually, I don't even really need that flight plan thing. We'll have to... I was trying to figure out the best way we're going to load this up. Because we got to load it. But we have to preload it. Let's get engine number 2 running, and we'll get the generator running, and then how about that? We'll just sit here on one engine. We got a lot to program, but we got to program it now because we are going to be going through some very busy airspace, and we want to be on the ball in case we need to do some deviation or in case we do have to call LA Center for a transition. Hopefully, we will be able to just go VFR. That's going to be my plan A. Plan B, we'll have to call LA Center, then that could get a little bit sporty towards the end of the destination there. So, I don't know, battery switch is coming on. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Are these still bound? Yes, those are still bound. Run, so those all come off. We got nav beacon is, we'll just keep the nav and beacon on since we're getting ready to fire it up. Nav light is on. Those are all off. 12 hours and 11.2, that all looks good. Cowl flaps, let's go ahead and open those suckers up. I don't hear the motor, so they must be open. That is good. Moving along here, let me hide the yoke over here real quick. If we do get up to our VFR altitude, we're planning 17,500, which is going to be the max VFR altitude, right? Below that is, or above that is IFR. So 17.5 is what we're going to plan to go VFR. That looks good. Norm switch is in. These are all in. The vent blower is low. Everything looks good over here. Okay, so since that is completed, oh my gosh, you know what? It's still freaking does that little stutter from Sim Update 1, man. Microsoft, let's get it together, my friends. Let's get it together. Let's go ahead and do the pre-oiler. Let's do pre-oiler left. Vodka, you have a bad livery, won't load? What livery are you trying to load in? Maybe that's what my stutter was, because I just saw that thing pop up. It said failed to create traffic King Air. Why don't you just fly the Duke, man? Why are you trying to fly the King Air? Why you got to be all suspect? All right, let's go ahead and get the fuel boost pumps on. We're going to do a shot of prime. So throttles, mixers, fuel flows up, 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. It's been a minute, so we haven't run these engines in a couple of weeks. That looks good. We'll crack that. Everything looks good over there. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and close the nose baggage compartment. We should do that. Nose baggage compartment is closed. The sounds are coming all the way up because it's juicy. I tell you what, let's start engine number. We start engine 1 first, right? I'll tell you what, let's just start 2 and be hardcore about it. All right, we're going to start 2. So right, left, both. Yeah, see the stutter when I pan? Clear prop. Sim Update 1. Sucks. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, that was a rough start. That was a rough start. Bring that mixture back down. 1,000 RPM on number 2. Bring it up a little bit. I've also forgot. Get your tiller cam up there. Get your cam up. AJ, what's up, man? Thank you for the $3 super chat. Imagine telling Ben and KCLA no flight following. I gotta throw the alert box on too, man. We'll talk about that, AJ. Thanks for the $3 super chat. Yeah, we'll have to talk to Ben. We'll have to be like, yeah, we're negative flight following. Sorry about that, sir. Let's go generator on, inverter on, master avionics is on. Let me close that window there. Do we have a door open still? Oh, our cabin door is still open. Chat. Oh, we just opened the baggage door again. Man, I'm rusty. This is what happens when we don't fly the Duke for a while. Cabin door closed. All right. Cabin door closed. That's all coming up to life. We're going to set 17,500 right here. And we're going to sit back, relax, and do some Garmin programming. Ben is the LA goat. He'd be down. Yeah, he well, what's interesting is for our flight plan purposes, we had to file strangely. Let's just say that, you know. So, because the aircraft is not the destination is not in the sim, or is it in Navigraph, sim brief, whatever it is. Where are we starting off from? This is Half Moon Bay, California. Beautiful airport, beautiful place to visit, IRL too. So if you ever get a chance to come on down to Half Moon Bay, you definitely should. Let's go ahead and get our transponder on. We'll get that booted up. I'll tell you what, it's 54 degrees. I was going to say, let's get the air conditioning on, but really we don't need to. Let's just go auto heat low and just leave it there kind of in the middle. Texas is getting hot, but I guess we just put that in standby. Standby 1200. Auto heat is on. Pressurization is set. Cowl flaps are open, full. Get the pitch trim is on. We don't need any panel backlighting. That is fine. All right, well, we are going to be doing some GPS programming here, so let's go ahead and wait for the satellites to be acquired. Return of the Dukeheads. Indeed, indeed. A couple of weeks ago, Ben was on for 8 hours. Really, 8 hours straight. That's a long day, man. All right, so let me pull up my. Actually, I think I pinned it, didn't I? Yeah, I pinned it in the chat. Beautiful. So let me do this. Let's go ahead and begin programming here while we let the engine warm up. So, 4:30 GPS. Hope you brought your glasses. Half Moon Bay. Because taking a 750 would just be too, it would be too easy, Chat. Too easy. Mike, Quebec, Oscar, Morro Bay, Southwest USA. And so the original plan is to go VFR down the coast to Morro Bay. After hitting Morro Bay, we're going to go IFR if we need to. MQO to Gulf Lima Juliet. That's Guadalupe. After Guadalupe. Now, and the reason I have picked this specific route is because if we can go VFR, if the cloud clearances allow, we will avoid all airspace at 6,500 feet with this particular route, but we have to adhere to it strictly. Gulf Mike November, Victor 137, we can't put that in the box, so we're just going to go ahead and load up Palmdale VOR, Papa Mike Delta. All right, Palmdale is loaded up. After Palmdale, we have another airway, it's basically a straight shot though. Then Pomona VOR, Papa Oscar Mike. All right, so Pomona is in the box. After Pomona is the Julian VOR. Now this is where it's very spicy. Julian, and then off of Julian, it's going to be a radar vector, and then Charlie Lima 55. No, that's not it. I forget what it is, chat. Lima 55. No. Charlie Lima 75. No. Charlie Lima 77. No. Uh-oh. The airport is so secret, I forgot. Charlie Alpha 55, maybe. Let me try that. It's so secretive. Nope, that's Mission Hospital. Charlie Alpha 75. Charlie Alpha 75. Don't worry about it. All right, so that is our box. I'll zoom the range out a little bit. Now, like I said, we have to be, I'm going to have to verify this en route. So, to my understanding, because the way Gringo wired the avionics, the 430 is technically secondary. So I could go GPS RNAV all I want up here, but it will not track this box. Our primary source of nav, technically, still is this box down here, our KNS-81, which, if you remember, that is our that's our VOR point bearing distance situation, which I really enjoy using, and I think it adds a dynamic challenge, which today it's actually going to be very nice because we're going to be flying over. We could actually use it because the destination, I got to start saying destination, is located off the 170 radial at 31 nautical mics. So that's in the box, but we are VFR. Let me throw up. Well, I don't want to throw up. Let's not do that. Let's go ahead and make this medium size because we're gonna need actual charts. So as much as I dislike running Navigraph through the EFB app, please don't crash the sim. Please don't crash the sim. Sometimes when I load this, the sim just goes. We're gonna need. Oh, brother. Ugh. I gotta sign in. Brother. Ugh. All right, we're signed in, chat. So now, let me import the flight solely because. So Lima 78 is what we're filing to, which is Cucamonga or something, which is not necessarily where we're going. But I need the IFR low chart, and we're gonna come down here. Our first waypoint, Mike Quebec Oscar, San Luis, is going to be Vortac 12.4. So now this is what I also have to figure out. This is what's strange about having this avionics set up like this. This is what happens when you get impacted by the avionics problems that we have. Technically now, even though this is a secondary source for the autopilot, it still remains primary, or does it, for navigation? I don't know. 122.8. Actually, it doesn't. Okay, so this is what's going to be backwards to real life. This is our primary nav up here. Normally, when you have a 430, 530, if you don't have a gringo who always delivers that wires it up for you, this will be your primary nav and comm. But in our specific case, this is no longer our primary nav and comm. So we have to remember that. And if I start saying, hey, I can't tune anything, we're about to fly into a mountain, you guys got to remind me, hey, this is the nav radio we need for primary. That's 12.4. That's our primary. That's locked and loaded. After 12.4, Guadalupe is 13.05. Let's throw that in the standby. 13.05. We'll put that down here as well. 13.05. Wonderful. And then it kicks off. So Gorman. Gorman? Is it Gorman? Yeah, Gorman Vortac 16.1. We'll put you in standby down here. And that should be enough frequencies to get us started. All right. 12.4, 13.05, checks 13.05, 16.1, 22.8 is up on comms. There's no CTAF for this airport, is there? .CTAF, Half Moon Bay. Barry doesn't need no CTAF. There is no CTAF for Half Moon Bay. Okay, wonderful. El Jefe sometimes doesn't hire the best electricians. Sometimes you get shocked, sometimes you don't. Exactly, AJ. Av Apollo, what's up? Could we please do one of these legs on the native Microsoft multiplayer so the Xbox players could see also join for once? I think you could. I think the only problem with that is I have to turn like Xbox traffic off or whatever because I'm on Aveo Premium. I think that's the problem. All right, our box is loaded. And I'm looking at GPS flags here. Yeah, so that's not going to work. So we basically just going to have to, we'll either fly heading bug or we'll figure it out. Seattle Center, LA Center, they don't cover us. So let's go ahead and fire up number one. Hopefully our prime didn't go away here. So clear, left, right, both, execute. Oh man, we started with the avionics on. That was a risk. Totally forgot to kill the avionics. That's alright. Alright, generator 1 is on. Number 1 is started. Stand by. We're going to go ahead and close up. I didn't realize it's so cold here still, too. I'm thinking it's going to be hot. Californians are living in the cold. Alright. We got 2 good starts. We're going to throw you back into VLOC mode. Or nav 1, that checks. Let's go ahead and start making our way out. No flaps required. It's a nice 70 degrees in here. Let's get our taxi light on. And let's make sure our push to talk is bound. It is Half Moon Bay traffic, November 357 Bravo Sierra taxi, runway 03, whatever, standby. What's our runway number?
30.
Thank you, 30. Half Moon Bay is runway 30 departure. That's what the winds are favoring. So 30 is set, taxi lights on. I really hope we don't have the steer bug. We do not. Okay, beautiful. Because if we had the steer bug today, we'd definitely have more problems when we get to our destination. All right, we're on our way, chat. Oh, there's a Duke behind us. Ooh, 2 Dukes. Oh man, we got some brave Dukes. We got 2 turbine Dukes behind us. Are you attending the expo? I am. That is the plan. Yes. I have to get my ticket though. I have my ticket to expo. I have to get my airline ticket because I don't think I'm going to jump seat out there. What's the risk with avionics on during start? You can damage your avionics just because of the power surging and all that. Now, the cross generator start, I don't know if it's that much of an issue, but we got to figure out how to get to 30. We can go right here and then left. All right, remember we're checking everything here. Why do I have this little red flag down there? Is that normal?
Day November 6 or 6 South Whiskey testing 30.
Right, left. Our attitude indicator looks a little bit sussy too. I don't know, I feel like there's a bunch of things wrong with this airplane since we haven't flown it in a while. Paul, that's the other problem with the Garmin's in the sim is, yeah, they delete the flight plan. Now, real world, I believe you can shut them off and they turn it back on and it saves it, right? Or you just load it after engine start. Why is the sim so white? Because it's hazy fog right now. It's calling for haze, mist. Opposite of X-plane. If we were in an X-plane right now, we'd have puddles all over the place. You can see it looks like there's some more gray clouds moving up, so we're going to need to just take off and punch out. Now, I filed 2 flight plans. I filed a VFR and an IFR flight plan. But we shall see. All right, here comes 30. Now, here's the other thing. I bought something from Marketplace, which I highly recommend never doing. But it's the price of a coffee. Airport signage fix. Look at this. That looks so much better. Default airport signage, much more realistic now. ICAO colors and size and all that. So we'll see how that works out, because we do fly to a lot of default airports because nobody's making custom sceneries for 2024 because they're all lazy devs and they just want to port stuff over that doesn't actually work and it crashes your sim. So I ended up buying this, and that actually looks pretty good. Runway 30 at Bravo. We're going to do a quick little run up here, so let's go ahead and set the brake. Brakes are set, taxi light is coming off, engine instruments are just hitting that green band. Wonderful. So let's go ahead and mixture full rich, that's up, that's up. Let's run this up about 1800 RPM. Prop cycle. Why are we getting such a stutter?
Traffic, November 50, Mike taxi 30.
It's almost like never fail without tape. Every time I taxi out in Sim Up Day 1, we get this stutter. Alright, that checks. Let's go windshield heat. Left and right prop amps. Nope. I gotta do the prop test, but I can't remember how to do it. So let's do this one. Bolts and Nance. Dropping. Dropping. Mags. Right. Back to both. Left. Both. Instrument air. On a cycle on the boot. De-ice pressure is up in the green. That checks. Bringing it back down. All right, flaps up for takeoff. We'll go on altitude 1200. Weather radar is weathering. We'll zoom it out a little bit too. Let's go zoom out there. Oh, that's 80, 100 miles. Let's do 60 miles, 3 degrees nose up. Pressurization is set. Auto heat is on. We don't need to turn it off because it's only the blower that we need to turn off. Trim is on and set for takeoff. Let's go. Half Moon Bay traffic. Remember 357 Bravos here. Departing runway 30. Left downwind departure. Fuel pumps are coming on. Lights are coming on. Mixtures are set. Let's go. Let's go get ourselves in trouble, chat. We gotta check our temps because I closed the cow flaps half. Yeah, they're already heating up, dang it. Let's go ahead and open them full for takeoff. Cow flaps full. Let's go. We're gonna do an immediate left turn now, see if we can somewhat stay VFR. All right, been a while. Barry's in chat. Hold on, before I send it, heading mode. Let's sync your heading up about 300-ish. Here we go. Barry's in chat. Gosh, I love the Duke sound on spool up. Props are set. Power's coming all the way up now. Oh my gosh, it's windy. Look at that airspeed. We're going into a 20 knot headwind, jumped right up. 100 knots. Positive rate. Gear up. Fly. Man alive. Pitching for blue line here. So much for a scenic departure. Here comes 500 feet. Left turn. Left downwind departure. Airspeed needle just all over the place.
Party 30 left turn, Ocean Flight Code.
I'm going to try to level off here. Let's bring some power back early. Try to stay below this cloud layer for a little bit.
Big traffic, November 5 here, Mike. No wait for 20.
Kind of scud run through here. Let's see what we can do. Let's call it 1,500 feet. Let's bring that power back down a little bit. 32 inches. We got to be careful with our fuel on this flight too. I see, is that a sucker hole up there? I think we can punch through it. Oh, I see one to our left. Let's go for this sucker hole on our left side here. All right, let's power it up. Let's go for a VX climb out. Let's go ahead and get some trim in there. Pitch, pitch, pitch. Power's coming up. Props are coming up a little bit. Let's get right up there, about 29. That's why you don't go through sucker holes, chat. Oh, we did make it technically. We clear clouds?
Big traffic, November 5 here, Mike. Departing 30 left turn up.
All right. Let's turn our noise canceling headphones on here. 140. Let's get a little bit more conservative with our engines now. Mixtures are set. 29 on the props. Sync them up a little bit better. Bring our power down about 40 inches or so. All right. We're cooking with gas now. How are we looking? Spin you around. Now just for situational awareness, direct Morro Bay would be roughly MQO. Doesn't give us all the information because it's on our primary nav. I freaking love it. That's so crazy. Basically going to be about a 180 heading, or excuse me, a 145 heading-ish. That's about what I like right there. All right, 140, we're trimmed out. There's San Fran off our left. Look at that. So we ducked out from Half Moon Base, completely socked in, but we were able to get out. Stay out over the ridgeline. We'll stay VFR here. 140 heading. Let me double check my sky vector for airspace. We are in the Bravo, but only tower's online. Oh, the tower's not even online anymore for San Fran, so we're technically in the clear. We would be talking to San Francisco here if we're above 6,000 feet, but we're good. We are good. We are in the clear, so let's go ahead and maintain about 140 with 140 on the speed. We'll keep climbing for about 17.5. Double check the cabin is climbing. That looks good. 74 in here, that looks good. We're squawking on altitude. Turn our sim down just a little bit more here. No longer need taxi and landing lights, so we'll go ahead and kill those. For some reason that does like a fuel thing. The anti-ice lights can come off. Be strobe and nav, beacon only, so we'll keep that on. No window heats or anything required. We're going to be beautifully set here. Now 140 is slightly, yeah, that's eastbound, 17.5 will work. Can't wait for this plane to be 2024 ready. It is, man. I'm in 2024. But if you mean fully 2024 ready, yeah, me too. I'm sure they're going to post some updates for it, but I haven't ran into something that doesn't work on it. So just a drag and drop, copy over, copy and paste, and it seems to work just fine. So now I'm just messing. Yeah, you see how I tried any of this RNAV stuff? It does not work, so that's crazy. The gringo wired his 430 wrong. Make a little bit of a correction here. 3.5. Is it normal for the Duke to give me pressurization alert even though I have it at 270? Yeah, it means you're not pressurizing correctly. You must either not have your bleeds on or something. I have ran into 0 bugs. Man, the sim looking juicy today. Man, I've run into 0 Duke bugs. 0. Also leaves the 430 and north up. Situational awareness, baby. North up always. North up always, AFO. The 430 is absolutely useless land. Yep, exactly. See? Beggars can't be choosers. I'm surprised you didn't include Waypoint Top Gun in the route. I know it. We should have. We should have, Romulus. I'm just going to be happy if we get there. I feel like my sim is doing weird things today, man. I hope it doesn't have any problems. We need Sim Update 2 stat. I'm so close to going to Sim Update 2 beta, but I don't want to do it if they're going to release it next week. So, speaking of, has anybody found any information on that? Like, has there been any notification about Sim Update 2? Now, I was just thinking of something. CDI 2 is in GPS mode. Now it's in VLOAD mode, GPS mode. But I don't think it'll talk to that. Right? Yeah, it won't talk to it. So we might as well leave it in VLOC mode. We might as well leave it in VLOC mode. We could do this for situational awareness. Alright, we're at 12,000 feet. I know, it's a bumpy ride though, man. Just see me fighting. I'm getting ready to turn the autopilot on. Oh, look, San Jose, land of Key 6 is out there. Man, what a beautiful shot though, coming up out of San Fran, coming down the mountain ridge here. There's San Jose right there. There's the blimp facility, Goodyear blimp. Now we're gonna fly right over Santa Cruz Mountains, I believe, which is where I spent a lot of my childhood. Oh, good, my YouTube just, was it Chrome just crashed? If you're starting to get issues with Chrome, with the stream, just refresh it, because mine just crashed. Every time that happens, I think you guys have to refresh. Alright. Got my chat box back. We'll go ahead and get the autopilot on engaged here. We're pretty much trimmed out though. We're getting bumped around, but we'll trim it out. It's trimmed out, so let's go ahead and go autopilot to 1. I'm going to start using this thing. So autopilot, heading mode, attitude hold. 17.5 is set. Oh, do I have the right yoke profile on? I do not. I don't think. Yeah, I do. I do. Okay. Changed it pitch. Alright, good. Shack Oatmeal in the house. What's going on, Shaq? How you doing, dude? V1, I passed my multi-check ride? What? Shaq Oatmeal has passed his multi. Congrats, dude. Huge congrats, Shaq Oatmeal, with the multi-engine rating. Hey, now, how much more let me ask you this now. How much more fun is flying a twin than a single? Now, do you understand why I never flew the Aero Comanche, whatever it is, single engine piston? I'm sure it's a great airplane in the sim. But 2 engines, way better than 1, right? Awesome, dude. That's a hard one. That's actually, that multi-engine is kind of a sneaker. You know, some people think they're just going to breeze right through it. But that's a good one to knock out, man. Congrats. So you said up next you're doing CFI and then double I. Ooh, buddy. Very cool, man. All right, 1,000 feet to level off. Everything is looking good. Props are set. Here's our altitude alert. I'm going to lower the trim down a little bit more here. Pitch trim reference. Get it to about 1,000 feet per minute so it doesn't zip right through. Pull that power back just a hair. Look at our fuel flow, man. We're sucking the gas right now. You got to be careful. We don't have a whole lot of extra, and I planned at 25, but let's see. Twin was a blast, despite I spent 98% of the time on 1 engine. Yeah, but it's fun though, right? Yeah, I know. Now, if you go up and do a flight in the twin, you're like, oh, I get 2 engines. This is so nice. Yeah, the twin, the twin rating, man. AFO, you're up next, dude. Sweet, man. Joe Plains in the house. What's going on, good sir? How you doing? All right, here is 17,500. Turn our noise canceling on to high. As we level, we'll get our power set. And since we're pretty low, we're just going to do our peak EGT 75 cool of. So if I remember how to do this, lean find. I don't remember how to use that. I'm going to watch this too. I know from experience we're going to be right around 1525. So first things first, let's go ahead and set our cruise power setting. Let's knock it back about 35. 35 prop is going to come back. 25. We'll do 35, 25. Set perfectly. Almost. Perfectly synced. Begin the lean. She's climbing, she's climbing, she's climbing. Peaked. We want to be 50. Push them up a little bit. There's 23. Wow, our right engine is... Oh, we screwed that up. Hold on. Okay, so that's a lean of peak right there. So we want to be negative. That's right. Cooler. Now we're cooking. I guess we are much lower. Alright, that's close right there. 49 and 47. Man, number 2 is running a whole different fuel flow. Oh, shoot. Chat. Lift the dang fuel pumps on. I got our fuel flow pressure over there. Okay, so... I still don't know why number 2 has got such a split on her today. 50. 53. Come back a little bit. You're good at this speed altitude, but you should look outside soon. I'm looking. Alright, 50 and 47, that's close. We'll go back to the normal cycle step mode. Alright, we're stabilized. We'll get our task readout here, and we got to do some lateral planning as we approach the bay. Wow, look at this. It's beautiful. Good afternoon, Dan. Look at this thing of beauty. Where are we at? So can I cheat just for right now? Because I want to see the Santa Cruz Mountains. So I'm going to go back to the regular flight planner. And I'm going to center on aircraft, see where we're at. Normally oh, that's Monterey Bay. Shoot, chat. Monterey Bay. And so what? Santa Cruz is right here. Oh man, we flew right over the top of it when I was leaning. Dang it. So I used to come out here to visit my grandparents a lot. Whoa! F-22s. We're being escorted by F-22s. We got F-22s joining the formation. That's epic. All right. Good afternoon, Bearded Aviator. What's up, my friend? Let's go full screen cam here. Hopefully they can form in and stay tight, because they're definitely not going to be able to follow us all the way to our destination. Temperature C is minus 20, so I'm going to come over here and we're going to set our minus 20 and our altitude. Get a task readout so we can check our fuel. Oh, I never did the soundboard. I need it. Dang it, Joe Plains. I've totally forgot about getting that soundboard clip. I'm going to have to get it set up. So there's 10, 20, 17, 5 is set. Where's that F-22 at? Oh, there they are. Look, they're already, he's like barely hanging on there. He's barely hanging on. Task readout 240. Perfect. Temperature in the cabin 63. Let's see if we can increase that just on auto heat here. Mickey G, feeling the yoke vibrate from spoiler buffet when in a turn. Just put the biggest smile on my face. I don't know if they feel it in the yoke in the 777, but we did it on the 7.0, so it feels realistic. Nice, dude. I love it. Well, Mickey G, you got to try some. You got to try like a King Air startup, dude, where you can feel it go. Thum, 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 thum. See if you can get it to spin up when you're doing when you're spooling it up. I'm going to be very curious to check out the Moza yoke. Hopefully they have the Moza yoke at the expo, because I kind of want to see the difference between that and the Brunner. Clouds affected by props, that would be cool. Cabin altitude is 5,000. 5,000 feet. Perfectly comfortable, 5,000. Oh look, he's locking it in. Hold on, I have a... What's the,
Boy, see this?
This is the United States Drug Enforcement Administration.
You were in violation of the Air Defense Identification Zone.
which we kind of were
Ordering you
close.
to land immediately.
Follow us to New Orleans, NAS.
All right, boys. Gonna be a long night. Go back out to sea, 105 knots. Get them flaps
I
down.
repeat, we are ordering you to land
The
immediately.
DEA was using these fancy new jets that we couldn't outrun.
Follow us to New Orleans, NAS.
But all that speed comes at a heavy price.
I repeat,
Don't stop for no one. Don't stop for no one, AFO. Negative. Alright, what is that? GSL? That's a weird readout there. Still not picking up, still not picking that up, huh? No, I don't want to dive hard yet, because we got to keep our... We're fine. We're not near the border. We're not doing anything nefarious. We got to wait until we get a little bit closer in, or else we'll run out of gas as well. What we need, though, we legitimately, chat, need... what is that, the Cessna? When, from American Made, like his main bird. I always forget what it's called. That would be so cool to have one of those in the sim. We've never had one. Never. The high wing with the, what is that airplane? My goodness. Skymaster. Is it Cessna Skymaster? Well, in American, let's see, in this particular scene, what is he in? He's in, is he in a Piper? I think he's in a Piper. I think he's in, yeah, Aerostar? I think he's in an Aerostar, yeah. Yeah. Piper Aerostar. That's what he's flying. Cessna 337. That no, not a Skymaster. No, that's ugly. That's ugly as hell. Oh, did you see the shadow? That was cool. Did you see the shadow of that F-22 right over the top? Well, it's rather peculiar that we're not picking up MQO yet. I figured we'd be in range. Yeah, Piper Aerostar is what we need. So if I have a different VOR. Well, it is a low terminal VOR. Because we got to fly above the MOA. There's a Thunder MOA here. Hopefully they're cold. It's a Saturday. Thunder MOA is cold. Let's go ahead. Speaking of cold, let's close our cowl flaps. 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1000, 7, 1000. Hold it for a few more seconds for good measure. That should be good enough. They should be closed. There is no cowl flap gauge on the Duke. On the ground with the engines off, you can hear it opening and closing. In airborne, you're not going to really hear the cowl flaps moving. So you'd probably be able to feel a slight buffet, I'm sure. Eagle 1, Fox 2. There's a piston fighter available. I don't know if the Texan can get high. I'm not sure. Diabetic Lad. Frost, default Duke. This is the black square Duke piston. This is actually the Grand Duke. Oh, he's stalling. Is he stalling? Oh my gosh. Well, it'd be cool if we had wake turbulence. 78 gallons a minute. That's good savings for you. Let me pull down and let me check what we're running here. So if we step through oil, cold, bat, diff, gallons per hour. I'm doing 26.3, 27.3 gallons per hour. And I think we got a good little tailwind pushing us here. As soon as we pick up a DME, I'm kind of surprised we're not. Let me try 1610 on nav2. Nothing on nav2. Are you picking up any VOR vodka? Are you picking up any fuel bar? Are you picking up any DME from Morrill? Howdy, Captain. You got you're in a Grand Duke, and I'm no longer cursed. Today is a great day. Flight Sim guy. Good to see you, my friend. Yep, we're in the Grand Duke today, man. Back tour Day Americas. Oh, you haven't picked it up yet. All right, good. I was just making sure that my wiring of the Garmin 430 device didn't get us screwed. Beautiful day to fly down the coast of California, though. Look at this. That's a shot right there. Benny in the house. How's it going, man? If you want anyone who flies IRL, have you tried the Clear Air Turbulence add-on? I did, and I don't know if it crashed my sim. I didn't like it. Well, let me rephrase. 2024, you don't need it. 2020, probably you could use it, but I don't know. I thought it was too much. I mean, turbulence is such a hard thing to get right in a sim because you can't feel anything moving, right? So the only depiction of turbulence in a simulator is going to be fluctuation in your gauges, if the wind is shearing enough, or oscillations of the airframe. And that's going to vary greatly on the airframe that you're flying. So I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I ran it for one stream. I got a blue screen, so I never ran it again. But I'm sure there's a lot of people that like it. But in 2024, I can tell you, you don't need it. Are we going from California to Mexico, or do we plan to go over to Florida? That's undisclosed information. Best way to join up in the flight? In the Discord, man. I got a whole Barry Seal section for, actually, I got a whole Tour Day Americas. So this is our Tour Day Americas, and this is actually leg number 8. I post the route. I post the pertinent information. We got an FBO route planning, links to all the other videos. So that is in the Discord. That's the best place to join up. But whenever you see the stream, we always take off where we left off, and we have a set of rules that we may follow, that we have to follow. Has to be real time, has to be real weather. If we crash, the tour is over. And the plan is to get this airplane all the way to the southern tip of South America. Do we even have an F-22? Or are they connected as F-22s? Dougal McTavish, what's up, my man? Good to see you. How you doing, man? Happy Saturday to you. We could land at Cletus McFarland Airport to load some small block Chevys. If you filed career track, you would have never been intercepted. That's true. That is true. Let's see. So it's 2 o'clock. So it's actually 12 noon in California right now. 12 noon local time. Still not picking up any nav, which has got me feeling a little bit sus. It's got me feeling a little bit sus. I also don't like how I have a little bit of red down here. Is that normal? Turn coordinators work. Tap on the glass. Gauges aren't stuck. Let me double check my sky vector situation here. World low. for testing purposes, can I pick up 17.3? Okay, yeah, our needles are working. Alright, good. They're working. I just wanted to make sure. I was feeling a little bit uneasy. Now I forget the frequency of Morro. What's this one? Morro Bay 12.4. We may not pick it up though, because it's such a low service ceiling VOR. Now that I look at it, we may not actually pick it up for quite some time. Centers are popping online though, so this is going to be interesting, chat. So I might have to show y'all. I'm going to load up that crappy website that crashed my stream before. Hopefully it doesn't crash it again. Remember, 357 Bravo Sierra. That's us. Who's 646 Alpha Whiskey? Oh, you're okay, so you're a little bit in front of me. There's also some weather out there. This is going to get very spicy. Who's in the 380? Come on, I'll be in the 380. Knife 1-2. That's one of the F-22s. Yeah, low altitude VOR. We won't pick it up till about 30 miles. All right, so we're going to have to make a adjustment here. Let me let's pull up our charts here. Let's go back to Navigraph. So Morro is low. Well, I feel like we should pick it up, but I guess maybe not. So we should get 1305 first, I'm thinking. I'm going to put 1305 primary then. Let's see if I can cut the corner a little bit. There's no way we could pick up Gorman from here, is there? Gorman Vortac at 16.1. Let me flip him around. No, we're still too far from Gorman. Looks like the wind is blowing us a little bit off course. Let's reassess. Let's come back 5 degrees right. So can I show sectional charts in here, please? Yes, we can. All right. So this is what we're going to try to do. We're going to avoid air traffic control. And how we're going to do that is if we fly we're fine out here. We're not in any airspace. Here's the two fixes that I'm having a hard time picking up. I guess I'll leave it for now. 12.4 and then Guadalupe. But what we want to do, I wonder if we can get this one. Fellows VOR? Might be able to pick up Fellows. Can we get Fellows at 17.5? We can cut the corner. Give us a little bit more space. Nope, still too far from Fellows. Okay, but this will be a good airspace lesson. So we're going to come through here. We don't have to talk to anybody. We're VFR. There's no airspace. There's no airspace. But this is why you got to stay on our route. So Gorman to the Palmdale Vortac. That's fine. But this is where it gets messy. So there's a mess of airspace in here that we got to look at. From Palmdale, we're going to go direct to Pomona. Now, there's no airspace over Palmdale as long as we're above 5,000 feet for Lancaster Airport here. So as long as we're above 5,000, we should be fine. So let's just say 6.5. The problem being, crossing this terrain here, look, we got 8,000 foot peaks, 10,000 foot sector altitudes. So we're going to have to go full Barry mode. We're going to have to drop down, probably 7.5, 8.5, maybe 8.5, clear the mountains barely. On the other side of the mountains, we've got to continue down to 6.5 because we're going to go through a slew of airspace. We have a Charlie Pie here, 27.5, so we got to be above 5,000. We've got the Pomona class Delta, which is 27 and below. We've got Bravo shelves. We've got 8, 10, 9, and 10. We're going to cut through this pie here. So as long as we're below 9 and above 8. Actually, we could be below 9. We're not going to cut this corner. We got to be dead on though. Look how close we're getting. There's actually a visual checkpoint there, the Pomona Civic Center. I wonder if we can actually see that in the flight. So this is good VFR flight planning. We're going to look for the Civic Center, and we're going to try to be at 6.5, because the way I look at it, we should be safe. We're above this, we're below this. This is 27. This is 27.5 out here. We should be fine all the way out. I honestly think we're going to be golden. And we stay at 6.5, or can we do 7.5 for right altitude, right direction? I think 7.5 would work too, chat. Let's do 7,500. Is this a VFR corridor, 7 and 4,000 feet? I think it is. But I'm going to plan 7.5 because that'll be eastbound direction of flight. Don't tell thrust set. And 7.5 will keep us clear of all of this. I'm just verifying these Charlie airspaces out here. These all look below 7.5. Yeah, I honestly think, as crazy as this looks, if we stick to the route. Now remember, we're going to be at heading. We're going to have to be in heading mode because we can't technically track our GPS. But Barry will improvise, adapt, and overcome, like we said at the beginning. So I'm very interested to see how this works. Now, this is an interesting notification. Contact SOPAL approach within 20 nautical miles. I think that's if we're going into the Bravo, right? Shaq, are you still here? Somebody remind me, airspace. So this is SoCal approach control within 20 nautical miles if we're going into the Bravo, right? I don't remember. Yeah, you only have to contact them if your intention is to land at any of the Bravo or Charlies, which it is not. So I think we're going to be set, Chad. This is going to be fun. We've never done something like this. Straight up VFR, and we got the centers online, which, I mean, it's cool. So I like it. We just picked up 12.4, which is, which one? I'm looking at so many different frequencies now. That's Morro Bay. So I tell you what, let's get on it. Let's go direct to Morro, and let's get on course ASAP. So I hate to burn the fuel. Let's nav it up. Let's lock it in. We're not gonna mess with our 430 box because, like I said, it's just for situational awareness. We're gonna go N1 DME 35 miles out. We're gonna track to Morro Bay. When are we gonna start down? That's the other thing we have to think of. So I think we're good for a while. Yeah, until we're inbound towards Palmdale, then we don't have to worry about descending. We're up here at 17.5, just cooking with gas. Flight Sim guy, 17 months of support, my man. Appreciate you. Ooh, look at this. Where are we at now? Nice lake down there. I wonder if there's any fishing down there. Probably $80 for a day pass. Flight Sim guy, V1 Nation is the best community on YouTube. Thanks, V1. Hey, Flight Sim guy, appreciate the kind words, man. Hope you enjoy a little Duke action today. Duke action. Thrust sets in the house, 7,500 feet. What's up, man? Yeah, we only need to lose 10,000 feet. Problem is, Vodka, I can't shock cool mine. You can. You can just pull it to idle. Pull it to idle, and down you go. I'm going to have to kind of plan a little bit ahead. What do you mean, conventional twin or non-conventional? You mean counter-rotating propellers? The Los Angeles fly sec chart is for VFR. It makes it easier to look at too on Sky Vector. Ah. I didn't think about that. But I can't show you Sky Vector. That's the problem, though. I don't think we have it here, do we? No. Now we only have VFR sectional. That would be, yeah, like you said, that'd be a Sky Vector chart. So let's keep this down. We'll keep it track. This is before we had a 4-flight. So we're going to hit here, and then it's going to be basically straight southbound to Guadalupe 1305. We'll keep that on standby. $26 miles out. Yeah, Vodka, you were right. We picked it up right at 30 miles, huh? The jar is refilled. Time to hand out some cookies. some cookie food, and something else. What's up, Cookie Monster? LA has tech VFR. Oh my gosh, tech routes. I remember the first time I got a tech route when I was flying a Citation, and I was like, what? Can you say again slowly, please? We got a tech route going from John Wayne to, I think we went to like Montgomery or something. I can't remember where we were going. My first introduction to tech routes. So is this Morro Bay right here? I think is that the actual Morro Bay? Didu Moran Iveo Premium. Vodka's 15 miles out. You're beating me. I'm about 8 miles behind you, 7 miles behind you. 21.5. What's your indicated, Vodka? You're probably doing 200. So we're tasking out 245, but we're doing 190 indicated. So yeah, you might be going just a hair faster than me. What's your ground speed? Let me radio. Hey, Vodka, come up on. Oh, you're on 22.8. Hey, 646 Alpha Whiskey Youngcom.
Yeah, we're here. Go ahead.
Hey, what's your ground speed readout?
I don't have a ground speed readout.
What? And that fancy thing?
Slash 8.
Right. I was hoping you had a ground speed. Actually, we have one. Look, we do have ground speed. Look at me. Look how wrist. Look, 239. That's how rusty I am, Chad. We got a 240. We got a DME indicator, so we've got ground speed right there. That's how rusty I am. Checking our fuel, we're 50-50. That looks good. Oil temps, everything looks good over here. It's just getting a little bit chilly in here. We might have to go manual heat. Go vent blower high. Manual heat on. I'm going to see if we can go manual heat without actually having to do pressurization air. We'll see here. Backed off 50 on the torque. Zach, the 430 does if you wire it correctly, but the gringo who always delivers wired up this. Oh, it actually does show us, though, even though we don't have it wired correctly. So we're rocking, because I still want to use the KNS-80 as nav. So it's kind of a funky way. It's almost like, so back in the day, some people allegedly would take handheld GPSs into like a Cessna 152 for the cross country so they'd feel more comfortable. It's kind of like we're kind of simulating that, all right? Because this GPS, albeit it's in the aircraft and giving us position and ground speed, it's not for its use is not for navigation. So, and that's specifically the way I set it up in the EFB, which is actually kind of cool that you can do that. It's actually kind of cool you can set it up as a 430 backup, and I've got the primary is the Candace 81, which we should. Well, we just lost Morro. Yeah, we've gone over, or we're in the cone of confusion over Morro Bay. So outbound, our next one is going to be 1305, which we haven't picked up yet, which is kind of sad. How did we lose that? We're right over the top of it. Is it really that? Yeah. Got Guadalupe 5 miles from. Okay. We're 9 miles out and we lost. Did we lose our indicator? No, we're still tracking. We're still tracking. We're still tracking. Yeah, there's the 2 flag. I have a janky TomTom GPS. Martin KWH. What's up, man? V1, I'm now finished with ATP training. Your Airbus sim streams has helped me a lot through the MCC, which was on an Airbus. Wish me luck for the airline app. Sweet, Martin. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Martin. Thank you so much for the kind words and coming back and letting me know that it was somewhat of a help, dude. I'm sure you'll crush the application. Don't worry about it, man. You're gonna crush it. You'll be flying Airbus here in no time, or 7-3. Who knows? F-22s are still doing formation flying. Is that what's Santa? Is that Santa Barbara? That's one of the somethings. What's one of the Santas? Isn't it down there? .084 after Guadalupe. Roger. Get my heading bug ready here. So we're about to go straight over the top. Let's go ahead and go heading select. Yep, there's Guadalupe. We just picked it up. So we can flip you 13.5. We'll go direct to. Nav engaged. I love this little cheat mode autopilot because real world you'd be down here pressing the Sentry 4 panel. I love this one up here. I kind of like using this one too just because it's feels right, but the more I use this one, the more I like it. More and more and more. Spare Parts Express is now underway, 100 nautical miles behind. Maviocious. Uh-oh, are you taking a radial? That's ballsy. We're going to need it, though, man. Have I tried to fly somewhere 414? Yeah, JJ, I do. I have it, man. I was actually flying it before the stream. Just I was looking for destinations that Pablo was trying to send out. And I loaded up the all-chrome 414. Look, the 414, it's a great airplane. And I enjoy flying it. But I feel... it feels dead inside when I compare it to the Duke because there's absolutely you cannot damage that airplane. Every time you start it up, it's 100% brand new, and you can chop, drop, you can ram the manifolds back and forth, cut the idles, feather it, whatever. You're never going to damage it. So that's where it falls short for me. That's where I get spoiled with the Duke. But it's a great bird, man. I like the way it looks. I don't want to say I prefer the 414, but I love the look of the 414. I think it's a slick looking twin, man. It's a slick looking twin. JJ, have you tried out the all chrome livery? There's an all chrome on FSTO that's awesome, man. What an awesome aircraft, this aircraft, the Duke. Just remember about the plane. Simply what I remember is that when I was taking off, the same one fell in a bakery in Bogota. Uh-oh. That's no good. All right, so we're tracking nav out. Let's make sure it turns outbound. After GLJ, it's going to be roughly 080, vodka says. So we're going to spin our heading bug over there to preemptively get us ready. I'm also going to look here for a course line. Will this actually tell me a course line? I don't think it does. Yes, it does. 082. So that's what I like about this. 084. Really hard to read. 084, 82 miles between the two. So we'll be 084 outbound, and then the Gorman Vortex will be 16-1, which is in standby nav 2. So we're looking good. We can actually put it in standby nav 1 as well, 16-1. Beautiful. Oh, there's no DME on this VOR? No, there is not. So hopefully we'll be able to pick up some DME from nav 2. But we also do we can also do our own distance calculation, right? So our ground speed, which we lost. What was our ground speed before we lost it? Oh, we still have it on this, I think. 245. So let's do a little calculation here. We'll do our own mileage calculation. We're really going... we are really, for as advanced as the Duke is, we are extremely hindered with our navigation. So we're doing 240 knots. All right. And if you're doing 60 miles a minute, that's 4, right? So 4 miles a minute. So once we hit GLJ, we'll start the chrono, and then we'll know roughly 4 miles a minute. Now, this may change a little bit. Because 60 miles a minute is, well, 60 seconds to a minute, right? So 60 miles an hour, or 60 knots. Hold on, 60 seconds. I'm losing myself. I'm losing my mind. It's 4, right? It's 4. We're doing 4 miles a minute. I'm losing my mind here. We'll wait for the to from flip and make the turn. Dale says I'm right. Don't worry. So we start the chrono, and then we should roughly know how long we're going to be between the two VORs. If we know the segment coming up is going to be 80 miles, roughly in between there, we should be hopefully getting the next VOR. All right, so we're getting some oscillation. I can only imagine that's either due to being thumped or since we're going right over the top of the Vortec. I wonder if we could see it. So Dallas lost a Vortec after the last tornado last week. There was a tornado that came through. I can't remember which Vortec it was, but it's gone now, completely wiped out. Vodka says wind adjusted heading 070. Roger. Are we going to the Mexican Alpha Zulu 77 today? Migs, my man. Dude, thank you so much for the 3 Canadian bomb, dude. Appreciate you. That's the best way to explain it, Migs. Absolutely. That's the best way to explain it, my friend. Can I get some Alpha Zulu 77? Actually, can we get a moment of silence for Alpha Zulu 77, please? Can I get some Alpha Zulu 77s in chat? Thank you. Okay, we're back. Never forget Alpha Zulu 77. All right, 082, so that's 090. That's 080. 432, that's 082. Vodka said roughly 070 for a heading adjustment. Now, we should be able to, we could get, if we can get established quickly, we can get our own heading adjustment. So I'm actually going to make a little bit steeper, I'm going to make a steeper intercept here because we only got about 30 miles, right? There we go. And now let's go ahead and hit nav. Let's also start the chrono. All right, so the chrono's outbound. What is our ground speed check? 270. It's actually gone up. So, hey, you can say almost get close to 5 miles a minute there. All right, so now that we're tracking outbound, I got to pin the heading. We got to pin the heading as soon as we're established. That way, if we lose the VOR, which we probably will, right? Because we only picked it up about 20 miles. So we only have a short amount of time here to get our wind correction in and track it outbound. Vodka's already got Palmdale. Excellent. I'm going to flip over 16-1 to standby for Palmdale. It should be roughly the opposite of 080, right? So we'll put 080 on the tail. 06, 7, 8, 9. So we'll put 080 on the tail. Be roughly 260 inbound. Pin the heading now, so it looks like we're getting a wind correction already established. Fuel check. Man, we might need to lean it back a little bit more, chat. I gotta pull out my charts. Oh, I don't have them with me. I'm gonna have to pull it back just a hair. Let's go to peak. Let's lean them up 1525. Shave off a little bit of fuel there. Nah, we're rich at peak. Wingnut, what's up, my man? We're going lean at peak now. We're going lean at peak. We got to save some gas. We got to save some gas just as much as we can. I'm trying to keep that fuel flow back to, what is that, 200? 150? Right at the 75% power line. 61 degrees in here. Crank it a little bit more. But Wingnut is in the house. My man, good to see you, dude. How you doing? How's it feel to be pro influencer now, Wingnut? Over there doing 3 streams in one day? Good night. Migs dropping the 5 gifted berries. Thank you, Migs. Appreciate all the support, man. The 5 gifted berries in chat. Thank you, Migs. dreamed my whole life of influencing, huh? I'm kind of disappointed you didn't circle last night, you know? You lost some Gordy points on that. Gordy would have circled the 777. Dude, you should fly. I wish you were flying with us on this one, man. You got to take the Beech 18 in here. Wait till you see this destination. I feel so influenced. The Aviator, what's up, my man? Migs, it will be. 5 gifted berries. It's going to be the future reference from now on. I like it, Migs. It rolls off the tongue much better. Are you on the beta? Benny. I am not, dude. I am on Sim Update 1 Stable, my friend. Sim Update 1 Stable. All right, we're probably going to lose it, so let's go ahead and pin the heading. Looks like we have a slight wind from the south? That doesn't make sense. Hopefully we just lock it in. ATC LA Center 26525. Why? We're VFR. Check altimeter. Magic Barrel ref update 17.5. Hold on, chat. Are we cooked? Chat, are we cooked? Why is he pinging me? We should be clear. Bucket, you have to call him? Could be DEA. Probably wants to know intentions. 2652. Can I not call him? We're VFR. We're 17.5. We're not in airspace. Wait, 26 what? 26525. I can't, why can't I, oh, there we go. It's like, why can't I dial the radio in? I'm filed correctly.
Delta AB9 Kilo, we reconnected now at the Grand Canyon National Park.
You'll have the FF-22s back if you don't call. All right. Well, let's see what he wants. I'll say, at your request.
Tango Lima Echo LA Center, clearance center request.
That was Delta India Lima Uniform Kilo.
We're not in any airspace.
Delta
Good night.
India
Look at those
Lima
clouds.
Uniform Kilo.
Little shelf cloud over there. It's beautiful. Going all good. Just mowed the lawn, so I'm feeling good, dude. My grass is growing like freaking. Like it's on steroids, dude. The amount of rain we've had. About to grab a cold one. Enjoy the Saturday. Dave Eater with cheers, my friend. After the stream, I'm about to do the same thing, my man. I'm gonna fire up the smoker when I get home. All right, let's talk to this guy. LA Center, good afternoon. November 357 Bravo Sierra at your request. 17,500 feet, VFR, eastbound.
357 Bravo Sierra. LA Center, roger. I just want to continue on your own without flight following.
That's affirmative. We're going to be dropping down here in a little bit as well. We're going to maintain VFR. We'll remain clear of all controlled airspace.
Number 357 Bravo Sierra, roger. You do have an old flight plan on file, and I'll just note that you're VFR. Frequency change approved.
Over to Unicom. Thanks, appreciate that. Yeah, I think I filed 2 because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get out IFR, but yeah, we will. We're good now at VFR. So appreciate that. Frequency change approved. 7 Bravo Sierra. See ya. All right. It should be pinging me, LA Center. I know what I'm doing. Had a triple check though, because the last time we got snarky, remember what happened, chat? The old foot and mouth disease came to kick us in the butt. I triple check everything. The altimeter is good. 29091. We're VFR. We're 22.8. We're squawking 12,000. Let me just double check here. Let's make sure we don't. Let's quadruple check. Yeah, we're going out into the middle of nowhere, so we're literally middle of nowhere, tracking eastbound. There's no restricted. There's no nothing. All the way to Gorman, Vortac. Beautiful. We'll be on the Victor Airway over the Jeffrey Epstein VOR. Or Jeffrey Epstein fix there. It doesn't really exist though. Palmdale. We're clear. There's no. I'm not misreading this, right? What is this up here? No, that's restricted up there. That's Edwards. Okay. We're good, chat. We are cool as cucumbers over here. That's a 5,000 foot shelf. Now, I am going to get a little bit nervous as we fly through here. I'm not going to lie, but triple check. 2,700 feet, 5 and 27, 8 and 9 if we hit 7,500 feet. So I'm going to mental picture is we cross here at 7,500 feet. We are super clear of everything. We have no intention to land, so the contact within 20 is not required. From Pomona. Now, what's really important though, well, even at 75, we're below this shelf here. So we are going to be setting off RAs or TAs for all the traffic going into LA. I do apologize. If you're on a long haul into LAX, you might be getting a TA from us going right under the final. But if I had $1 for every time that happened to me IRL, I'd have probably $50 by now, maybe more, who knows. Where's Wingnut at? Are you still here? Gotta make sure the temperature correction on the glide slope for LA today, because there's traffic above those fixes. The glide slope's unusable. It's a little bit too warm. So we gotta follow this 27. That looks good though. I like it. I like it. Follow the muzzle flashes. All right. Yeah, we have quadruple checked our route of flight, and I don't see us hitting any airspace. Now, we did just pick up the Gorman Vortac. Beautiful. So let's go 16.1. What's our time? 9. What's 9 times 5? 40 miles? Look at that, chat, and we're 40 miles out. So even, remember I said if we start the clock, just so roughly 4 miles a minute, just did very rough and dirty. And that worked out perfectly. We're like a mile off. So now that we got 16.1, let's dial it in, direct to, and we'll go engage nav mode. I'm going to do this radial so we stay a little bit further out of the LA busy. That looks good. 16.1, Gorman is set. Yeah, we're 40 miles out from November 1. 9 times 5 is 45. Okay, well, you get the point. Okay, 5 miles off. Still, not bad for not having any fancy Garmin 750, all right? I bet y'all didn't even know you could start the chrono and use miles per minute to calculate how far you are from a VOR without DME. So you're welcome. Hit the like button. All right. What's after Gorman? After Gorman, it's Victor 137, which is actually an airway to Palmdale, 1555. So let's put 1555 down here. We'll tune you up in the standby, 1555. And what's that inbound course? Because this is a Victor airway. 137, 270 outbound? Really? Is it really? Wow, it is. For some reason, I thought it's southeast. Talk about a mind trick. So just looking at the map, I would not say that this is due west, but it actually is. It's because California is weird like that. That's like when you take off out of John Wayne. Oh no, was it John Wayne? Or is it, there's one where you take off out over the water and you're like, man, we should be flying westbound because we're going over the water, but you're not. You're actually flying south. I can't remember what airport that is. Yeah, this is 270 to Palmdale. And it's 1555, Victor 137. Okay, beautiful. So we'll have 270. We're actually picking it up already. Look at that. 1555, stand by. Now this is where we're going to have to start thinking about our descent. Or due east, sorry, yeah, due east. 270 because we're going the other way, but due east. Yeah. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we got DME? We do. We're 68 miles from Palmdale. We're going to need to lose 10,000 feet. That's 30 miles at a 3-degree path, but we got to stage cool a little bit. I think we might have to drop down to like 13.5. I think we should do that. I think I'm going to descend to 13.5, and then we'll be able to just dive and drive over the hills. Why have we skewed the chart like that? Seems like make a cheese hole. Why have they skewed the chart like that? Seems like make a cheese. No, it's just how the chart is, man. Like that's That's what I'm saying. So California is weird because especially if you're from America or even from the West Coast, you just associate the ocean being straight west, right? Okay, let me find the airport. Is it, it's north of LA. What airport am I talking about? Is it Santa Monica? Santa Barbara, maybe? But yeah, you just think that all the runway's heading is going to be runway 27 because we're going out over the water, but you're actually not. I think it's right here. I think it's, I think I'm thinking of one of these. Two zero right. Yes, thank you. SNA, yeah. You're like 20 right at John Wayne. That's almost southbound. Why am I going over the water? Okay, so I'm not the only one who had that weird thought. It's like the first time I took off out of John Wayne, I was like, 20 right over the water. Palmdale. Victor 197. I'm surprised. What is a Victor Airway? It's a visual. If I go low chart here, let me see if I clean this up a little bit. Yeah, that makes it a little bit easier to read, but you can kind of see the airspaces here, but then you can't see the shelves. I mean, because they're assuming that you're IFR, right? So best that we keep it on the VFR sectional. Matter of fact, we could make this changeover much easier. If we go direct Palmdale, we're going to cut a little bit south, but there's no airspace here. So let's go direct. Let's go direct to Palmdale. So we're going to flip you over 1555. We're going to cut the corner just to simplify everything for our descent too. I can recenter you up. We'll put you on. Why is it showing behind me? Oh, it's because I've got it flipped around. Yep, we're real weather. 2988. Thank you, Vodka. 2988 is set. Let me spin my OBS to 090. About 20 miles, I'm going to start to descent down, and we're gonna get down to about 13.5. We'll do a nice controlled descent, and then that way we'll be set up, and we'll do a chop and drop into the Bravo. What's expected METAR or super secret destination? There is no METAR there, Migs. But you guys can help me out if you pull the Tijuana weather. Tijuana is going to be the closest METAR to our destination, according to Pablo. Oh my gosh, I've been talking the whole time, dude. I just read out. I was. How long have I been? I was saying, how do I find the magnetic variation on the chart? And then I was reading Wingnet's comment about the timing trick. Traffic at 10 miles, 12 o'clock. It's in 30 seconds. That's why your fighter pilot FOs hacked the clock. Dude, that is cool. I really, that's. I'm going to remember that. I'm going to try to remember that because that's a pretty neat little timing trick. What I was saying originally with my mic muted too, I was like, how do you find magnetic variation? I know there's like some dashed lines. I feel like I could find it on the paper sectional, but I don't remember how to, I don't remember what I'm looking for. I thought it was just, is it this line? Is this one a magvar line? 13 east, right? So that's 13 east. You got to find the closest one to where you are. Wait, now, how do you find magnetic variation on a chart again? That's the line, right? Those, that magenta dash line. Gosh, how long was I muted? I can't believe that. Sorry, chat. Pro streamers available elsewhere. Check out wingnut.com. Why are we deviating? Because we're not in nav mode. Oh my gosh, Wingnut's wearing off on me here. Freaking LNAV execute. I was muted for about a minute. Jeez. Look at the ortho down there, though. Look at how sharp that is. Oh, the orthos in Microsoft are so blurry. That looks good. I mean, that looks really good. I LNAV'd myself. There's a lot of centers popping online. They're probably like, where are these guys going? Why are you such an aggressive heading there? Just have a little bit of a wind. All right, 1555. We need to start down here. And the next freak, because it's going to be very close, is Pomona. This is where we gotta bring our A game. Pomona Vortac 110.4. Oh, it also tells you magnetic variation 15 east on this chart, so that's it. All right, you're going down to Y12. You're going the wrong direction. So let's go ahead and start down. Let's set 13.5. Let's go ahead and put it in attitude hold. Nose it down. I'm going to bring it back. That was too many. Let's bring it down a little bit. There we go. Nose and down, about 500 feet per minute. You're going to go to 11.5? Okay, let's do 11.5. 11.5, Pomona Vortac is 110.4. 110.4. 110.4 on the standby. Wonderful. So, we're looking good. But we got to get down for this here. Let's go a little bit more. 700 feet per minute. It's smooth air, so we can really push it here. Well, technically, we're going to be VFR on top here. We'll see. We might actually have to dive all the way down. You know it, Vodka? Looking at the weather. Or I need a weather report south of here. It may be IMC through here, but we're on top VFR. Can somebody pull a METAR? What was Tijuana's overcast 1500? Gross. Okay. Can someone pull a METAR? For Riverside? Have a METAR? Man, it looks like those clouds do extend out quite a ways. Thousand feet per minute, we're looking good. We are 25 miles. Pomona southbound course line. No, we can't get too low in Scud Run because where is the floor? 5,000 our floors. That's the top of that Charlie. 5,500 feet is going to be as low as we can get. What is the so Riverside, variable 3, 4 miles haze, overcast 1,600. Okay, let's just maintain 13.5. If we maintain 13.5, that'll keep us above the clouds for a little bit. 13.5 will keep us above the clouds. And the southbound track is 323. So flip that around, 323. That's going to be 143 southbound. Right? So I'm going to spin you around to 143. 140, 123. 1104, we're waiting for it. 13.5. 4 statute miles in haze. I'm not too worried about the visibility. We got plenty of viz, but I'm worried about the overcast and the tops. 1600 overcast at Riverside. Dang, see, we don't. We're going to have to find a sucker hole somewhere. We're going to maintain 13.5 just for now. We might have to slow down a little bit. I'll tell you what, we're going to level here. I'm not going to adjust the manifold. We're going to just let it sit, see what kind of speed it gives us here when we level. Yeah, Pomona, we have to be at 7,500 feet, correct. I tell you what, I think we can make 11.5, don't you? I think those clouds are probably capping out at about 10. Just using the old eagle eye. Let's dial in 11.5. That was a rough transition there. Let's dial in 11.5. I think we'll be on top at 11.5. We'll be close. Just trying to guesstimate those tops. Looks like it kind of breaks up here a little bit too, so we might be okay. But we're getting close. We're 14 miles out, getting ready for a hard right turn. Triple check our heading on this. Outbound. Well, the Victor Airway, so for this particular segment, if I look at the IFR low, it's a 142. So I'm actually going to put my heading bug on 142 because this is where it's going to get real tight with airspace. 142 is set. PyRep from 2 hours ago says tops at 3,700. Really? Okay. So we should be just fine. Yeah, see, look, we're 12.8 for 11. I think there's some thicker ones over here, but I think we're going to be able to sneak it. I really do. Avpala, we're not close to the border yet. Right now we're circumventing Los Angeles airspace right now. About to get pretty spicy with the airspace manipulation here. Bringing in my SA chart. I should probably put this in terrain mode. Where's the terrain one? Is this the terrain one? I don't know if it'll pull terrain. I'm going to keep this in terrain mode. Zoom the range down. We filed a flight plan with the CIA already. No worries. All right, here comes an 11,500 feet. Getting ready to level. Yeah, we should be at the tops here. I'm going to bring power back to keep it right at 30 inches. I think we'll be able to chop and drop. Right now, cylinder head temps 150. We got to be at 150 to be technically stage cooled. I'm going to enrichen it just a little bit here. I think we'll be all right with this chop and drop. Bit of a new question. Do I have to be on VATSIM to form with the flight? Correct. It's getting bumpy though. Man, we were man. That's see. That's why I said earlier you don't need clear air turbulence mod for 2024. We were just 2,000 feet above this, and it was perfectly smooth. Now we descended down into some light turbulence here. Gosh, the clouds, the clouds over the mountains always look so good. Observer mode would work, maybe. I don't know, actually. I don't know what observer mode is or what it's really used for, to be honest with you, man. Migs with the 6 Canadian, dude, appreciate you. This is why we love the channel. Barry, just high-tech eyeballing potential IMC conditions. Thank you, Canadian. Appreciate the support, man. Listen, we got to do what we got to do here. Tour de Americas. Gosh, that looks beautiful, though. I kind of wish we were landing LA. I was going to try to get us to land LAX, but everyone poo-pooed that idea. They're like, well, it's too scary. I can't take a piston into LAX. Asked the Cirrus that I had to land behind like 6 months ago. You can definitely do it. You'll probably get last priority, but you can do it. They have an FBO there. I believe it's on the south side, right? By the cargo. All right, so get ready to select heading mode. Right now, heading select. We'll start the turn. New course 142 is what we want to join. All right. We're in the turn. Have we picked up nav 2? We have. We're 36 miles out. We're going to set... Magic Barrel Ref, reset you. Let's set 9,500 feet. Attitude hold. Bringing it back a little bit. We're right over the top. It's super sensitive. I'm going to get into nav mode here. 9,500 feet is set. Enriching the mixtures a little bit. And nav engaged. I think we can get through here at 9. Let's pull up our chart. So we are Palmdale, VFR sectionals. 8,000 foot peak here, so 9.5 will be plenty safe. Really, it almost looks like about halfway, about 30 mile. Well, if this is a 30 mile segment, how far have we got? 33 miles. Inside of 10 miles, we can chop and drop. 20 miles from Pomona is when you're going to drop down, Vodka. Okay, so about another 12 miles. We are navin'. We're on the airway. We'll get our heading correction on. Tap the glass, make sure you're working good. We're right on our situational awareness gauge. I've slowed down a little bit in case we have to make some adjustments. I slowed down a little bit too much though. Didn't mean to pull the power back that far. Nose it over here. You're dropping to the treetops, down you go. I'll tell you what, if we continue this rate of descent, I think we'll be fine. We're going to set 8 because that's the terrain. Why does it keep going over here? I want it to center over here. 8,000 foot is that main mountain that we got to cross. So I've got 8.5 set. Do a Magic Barrel Ref check. 29 or 88 is set. Should we turn our transponder off? Just kidding. I think we actually need it for right now. Man, that looks gorgeous out there today, though. See, I love flying to LA and SoCal and the Fenix and all that stuff, and I know you guys get so tired of seeing it. But this is even more fun because we get to enjoy it longer. Like coming into LA, SoCal is amazing in a tube liner, but you don't have a whole lot of time to look at it because you're descending, you're getting ready for approach, you're slowing down, you're landing, configuring. This, we're just cruising, man. It's beautiful. One day V1 will click the purple arrow so it'll track his plane. No, that's cheating, AJ. That's cheating. We don't want to, I purposely don't do that. I know you can set it up to show you on the map, but that's cheating mode. I don't want to cheat. Flight Sim guy says observer mode is also known as too scared to fly into LAX mode. That's funny, dude. I use observer mode and fly because I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, well, then I guess it works. All right, it's going to get a little bit sus here, chat, because as you can see, there are clouds obscuring the mountain. 1355 Zulu observation, AirMet Sierra for mountain obscuration off the Pomona, Palmdale. LAX blocked. 357 Bravo Sierra. Sir, flight conditions. Clearing a million. VFR. At least take it out of alt so you don't accidentally bust the Bravo because you forgot to compensate for pressure and altitude. No, we're good. We fly barometric altitude, right? They don't need to compensate. It's already, this is a decompensated altimeter. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about for the autopilot. No. No, it's correct. You could fly at 8.5 and you'll be fine. We're starting to get some chop. Oh, this is terrain mode. Good. Okay. So 22 miles. Clouds at 7,500 are going to go to 65. I don't think I can descend down. Oh, this is where it's going to get... We're getting bumped around. We got to pass that ridge line here. This is just scattered. We're not in the clouds. It's just scattered. I think this is the ridge line right here. Can I get rid of you? You're kind of in the way. Thank you. I think that's our 8,500 foot ridge line. Once we pass that, we'll be good. Man, you all should see the yoke right now. The yoke is going... We're fighting some serious turbulence. We're 19 miles. When does that airspace... Is it... I know it's before Pomona. Actually, it's right at the... So the Bravo is just past the vortex. So we can actually hover here for a little while longer. Because it's at the vortex, we gotta be below 9 at least, which we are. So really, could we go at 9, I think? No. This is 88 to 9. Oh my gosh. I think at 85, as long as we don't go over here, we're really gonna piss off LA Center, but technically, if we stay on track, Pomona 112. We're on the 122. We're VFR. We're just kind of, we're right on top. We're looking good. We're looking good, chat. $8,500 foot peak going down to 8,000 foot peak. We're going to do a little heading deviation around this cloud. This one looks a little bit thicker, so let's do a little bit to the right. Looking at our chart, deviating slightly right. This is the mode C, which we have, but we can deviate slightly right here. We're fine. Distance is 14 miles. Now it's getting hot in here. We've got the dang heater on. I'm sweating, so we're all stressed. Freaking 90 degrees in the cabin. Let's turn you off, damn it. We're stressing out. We're sweating. Okay, there we go. Let's go back to the left. Beautiful. Let's rejoin. 13 miles. I think we can go ahead and set 75. Let's go attitude, down, nav engage. Nav mode's engaged, down we go. We passed the highest part. Back there. Mixed with another 2 Canadian appreciation, anxiety level 8,000. Check. Anxiety level is going down to 7,500 though, because I think we're going to be all right. 1,000 feet to level off. Push you down more, down more. 11 miles. Look at that. Man, I didn't realize it got socked in so thick over here. Oh my gosh. I see, if ATC wasn't online, I think I would sucker hole that. That, chat, for real life, anybody who's in flying GA especially, this is called a sucker hole. Maybe tempting. Don't ever fly into one of those. That's how you get killed. On a serious note. I went through a sucker hole one time, and if it wasn't for the FO that I didn't really appreciate, and he had a strong English barrier with me when we were flying freight back in my freight days, probably would have hit a guide wire. So he pretty much saved our lives, and that was the first and last time I ever jumped on a sucker hole like that. So don't do it. Oh, look at this little lake right here. It wouldn't be a sucker hole without a sucker to fly through it. True. True. I was in a 99, freaking power to idle. I was in a 99 with a pod, power to idle, full forward. Dude, that thing freaking drops at like 7,000 feet a minute without increasing speed. It's scary. Right through the hole and almost right through a guide wire. Thrust set says it's drizzling and rainy in southern Orange County, 3 miles out from the coast. Nice, thrust set. Alright, so approaching 7,500. Quintuplet airspace check. We're now at 7,500 feet. We are clear of the Bravo. Even if we clip this one, we'd be fine. We're going to proceed outbound 122, 7,500. We're above the Charlies. We're cooking with gas, chat. We're cooking with gas. So 122 course line outbound for 82 miles is what we're going to be looking for. Whoop. 122 in 4 miles. So let's go ahead and power it back up a little bit here. Let's get some more juice on there, about 32. We can bring those props forward. All right, 3 miles from the turn. We're actually on the inside of Pomona, which is good. I like that. We're on the safe side, so we're going to skirt that Bravo shelf. Now, if you had a Garmin 750, or I think does the 530 show airspace? I think the 530 shows airspace too. You'll actually see how tight the shelves are that we're going to be crossing over. All right, 2.4. I'm going to go heading sync, heading on, course line 122 is what we want. 120, 121, 122, 1.8. .430 does if you don't have it at declutters. Oh, really? I think, but because the way Barry wired this 430, we kind of got hosed. I think some other things don't show it. That's traffic. Oh, we got a turn, chat. Turn. Almost got distracted there. I'll keep you in terrain mode. All right, heading to intercept. I really want to see our track on this one. Too cheap to buy the database? Yeah, Pablo, the one that Pablo told me to wire up here in our Duke, didn't come with a database, and it also is not linked to the autopilot, but it has the destination coordinates that we need to go. We're going to do some, Pablo said that we've already been spotted, so we're going to have to do some adjustments to our aircraft at this undisclosed destination. Now, I'm a little bit concerned. We're not getting. Are we sure it's 122? Are we sure it's 122? Yeah, 122 to Julian. What do I got going on here? Doesn't seem correct. Is our thing unslaved? 100? We're doing 100. I guess it's all right. I think it's starting to move. Yeah, it's starting to move. Here it comes. 114 will be our next one. That'll be Julian VOR. 14-0 standby. 14-0 nav 2 active. We'll throw you in. Boom. And then we're going to have to set up our KNS 80. No, it's more than the heading because it's a course line here. So this Victor 97. Oh no, excuse me. Yeah, Pomona outbound. Oh, 112. Oh, scheisse. We're okay. 112. No, that doesn't make sense either. 122. It's 122, eh? You're right. I don't know, it doesn't look right. Are we on the right VOR? No, we're not. 110.4. Son of a gun, chat. We got confused. I got confused. 110.4. Oh my goodness. Well, good thing we made the air on this side. Children of Magenta. Good thing we made the air, so I had the wrong vortex in. We made the air to the east, which is fine. Good thing we didn't climb back up yet. If we would have made that air to the west, we would have been violated. But we made the air to the east. Mickey G. Green Dot episode The Making. I'm starting to recognize a pattern on this channel. So, man. Alright. We almost cooked ourselves. We're okay. We almost cooked ourselves. Because I was like, this doesn't look right. Maybe if I had it in track up, who knows? Well, see, that's why it doesn't look right, because it's in track up. If it was north up, I would have realized the air. See, that makes way more sense. Let's go back to north up. Database is expired, though. All right, 14.0 is the Julian VOR, correct, Vodka? And now we're going to set up for the arrival. We're going to have to use our KNS-80 for this as soon as we get back on track here. Now, I see a nice cumulonimbus cloud there. Let's not fly through that. Why is there a from flag on it? We're still cooking with gas as opposed to getting cooked with gas. Oh my goodness. Now this course line should start moving here. Oh, well, maybe it's going to fly right through that, isn't it? Well, I don't want to fly right through it. Actually, we might be on the right side of it. Let's turn early. Yeah, needles are moving, but I'm going to cut the turn here a little bit. We're so off course. Well, actually, we might fit right underneath it. Looks like it's dissipating. So I did it on Microsoft 2024 dissipation of cloud. Beautiful. All right, now we can fly back to the right. Why are you so slow? I don't, because I was stressing out, dude. Let's power up. Powering up. Here we go. Here we go. You're right. I was stressing out back there, dude. Here we go. Let's go ahead and juice it up. 35, 29. Go home power. Let's go. Maintain 7.5. We're going to join the nav course now, finally. Reactivate nav. I'm trying. I'm going to catch up to you. Well, good thing I didn't climb, dude, because I was so off freaking course. Would have climbed up into that 10,000 shelf right here. But we're good now. We're tracking outbound. There's nothing else to worry about at 7.5. We're above it all. These are all 5,000. There's a 5,500 foot shelf there. We are totally good. Now, this is where it's going to get fun. So, remember our KNS-80? We're going to have to set up a point bearing distance off the Julian VOR. So our destination is on the 174 radial at 31 miles from the Julian vortex. So let's come down into work mode. We'll maintain 7,500 feet. How's our fuel? It's getting kind of low, actually. We're going to have to adjust that in a minute. But I'm going to go for... We're going to go flight plan direct to Jillian for situational awareness. Get this spinning back over. All right. Julian VOR. Julian. All right, so we are going to be coming down this track line. Eventually, we'll pick up the VOR, hopefully. And then we got to set up a destination point. So how we do that, we're going to use waypoint 1 for RNAV. We're going to use frequency, waypoint RNAV. We want RNAV. How do I do that? There we go. Frequency 1140. And we're going to data over to the radial. We're going to radial select 174. We're going to data over to the distance, and we're going to dial in 31 nautical miles. So this will be our RNAV destination. However, we have to nav from our top right now, our top nav radio, our nav 1 stack, I guess. But once we hit the Julian VOR, we're going to have two things running. We're going to be RNAVing with this, and then we'll also have this up here. Looking at altitudes, we cannot get lost to the west. The west is San Diego Bravo at 58 to 10,000. There's a couple little lakes here. Barrett, hey, where's Thrussett at? There's Barrett Lake and Morena Village. Going right here near mountains. If you look here, the mountains are ranging from 3,800 feet, 4,000 foot. So we may have to be scud running in here. Hopefully it's going to break up as we go further south. But that's our plan. I almost want to climb back up for fuel. Let's bring the power back a little bit. Let's come back to 34. Let's bring the props back. Now I juiced up the mixture when we descended. Let's go ahead and lean it out. We're going to lean for peak. Saving every ounce of fuel we got. Lean. Okay, so that's a rich of peak there, 1,500. I didn't lean find it, but we're leaned out to the max. Doing a terrible job at temperatures today, sorry. All right. Vodka, you lost the nav 1 already? All right, let's get our heading set up. We could put the Julian VOR, well, no, that won't work either because we need an active one. Mountains ahead. Is there mountains around here? Let's see. No, we'll be fine. 6,000, we'll be fine at 7,500. That's a grid altitude, 69. That's 11.2. We're going to be south of that. 47. We should be fine. 69. We should be good. 35 miles out. The total distance. What's funny is LA Center is on for this whole sector. So the entire, and San Diego's online. We got to be really careful we don't get lost to the west. Be real careful we don't get lost in the west. This last segment is 82 miles, so we're approaching the halfway point right now. So we're about halfway between the two VORs. Ground speed 188, that's pretty slow. Let's come back up 34 inches. Take a breather here. Low level over SoCal, baby. All right. Man, I'm working hard for 158 likes. If you do like this content and you like to see mix it up a little bit with some props instead of two blinder flying, do hit that like button. lets me know that you like this kind of content, so then prompts me to do more of it. Appreciate you guys. The Wingnut with the $5 super chat. Big Sim himself super chatting now. Check this out. Wingnut, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Look out for plastic tarps next time you meet up with Boss Pablo. He might be looking for a new piloto. Exactly. Dude, have you seen... I don't know why it reminded me of this, but have you seen Landman yet, Wingnut? You've got to start watching Landman. You got to watch the whole series before Monday. There will be a test on Monday at 9 a.m. You need to binge watch Landman today and tomorrow. I'm glad. What's that? 643 Bravo Sierra. You still up there? What's his call sign?
That's your call.
What's your call sign? How far are you out from Julian? Oh, you already watched the whole thing? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton and a Flight Sim guy. You gotta watch it, dude. All right, so we lost our CDI-1. We're gonna maintain the heading. Our next VOR is Julian, and we just got it. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and nav right to it then. Looks like we might have a little bit of wind correction situation going on here. Ground speed 191. Nav it up. And now we're cooking. Now, at some point, we got to get below these clouds. So, I might have to go against my own advice here. Find ourselves a little sucker hole. Typically, the further east we go here, the further east and south, this should break up a little bit. It should break up. We'll see, though. Just be good pilots. I'm going to double these up. Fuel is good. Go back to step mode. Hold on. Don't want to lean find you. 14, 20. Yeah, our number 2 engine is... I've got a pretty good split in my throttles. Quadrant over here, which is kind of interesting. 1454 EGT, huh? Where's our fuel flow? $22 gallons per hour. 22 aside. It's bang on fuel flow, so we're good. It's starting to break up a little bit up there. Good. We got a pilot report. We're maintained clear of clouds. This is not a cloud. This is not a cloud. This is just some wispies. Not a cloud. We are remaining clear of clouds. Thanks with another 7 Canadian, dude. Appreciate you. No. Clearly the people want to be excited by a 9-hour flight over the Pacific. Barry Grand Duke, Tour de Americas for life. Man, we got to do another long haul, though, in that 747. I'm thinking I'm going to trigger all of you. We're going to fly the Felis 747 from Phoenix to Los Angeles in X-Plane 12. The America West livery. Because America West had 747s. They used them, I want to say, Vegas, Hawaii? Or no, Japan? Was it Japan? I can't remember. It was either Hawaii or Japan, maybe both. They did a couple routes and then they eventually dropped the whole thing. But the 747 200 in America West colors is legit. But I'm curious, maybe I get Wingnut on here because we may actually need to multi-crew that. I don't know if I could single crew the Felis 74 on a short domestic hop. That would be so much work. That'd be a real fun multi-crew one, though. Mike Smith, I used to fly Las Vegas to Honolulu. Nice, dude. I think Southwest is still doing that, right? Is Southwest doing Vegas, Honolulu on the MAX? A long time to be on a MAX, dude. All right, it's starting to break up here. That's good. Once we hit the Julian VOR, we'll probably have to try to drop down below. Who made your livery? Andres. This is a custom livery. It's not quite, this is a 2024 thing here. It's got a custom tail number thing going on. But this is a custom livery from Whiskey Throttle, friend of the channel, absolute artist when it comes to livery painting. So he made a little custom one for me. Daggone it, now it's 90 degrees in here. Someone take control of the vent blower, please. But yeah, I love this livery, man. It's got, like, look at this. It's got the little Texas flag down there on the floor. Little floor mat. It's kind of disrespectful to put our feet on the Texas flag, but it's all good. Chill here. Have the rest of my coffee before the next challenge appears. We successfully navigated the entirety of LA airspace. I love it. With controllers online. Which is awesome. Because if there wasn't controllers online, I mean, just YOLO. First time I went to Hawaii was on a Hawaiian 76300. Felt massive after flying 7.3s. Yeah, dude, wingnut. So my first, like, true wide-body experience was an L1011 ATA. I want to say... I can't tell you where we departed. Was it Phoenix to Honolulu? And all I remember, the wingnut, like, what stuck imprint in my mind is I was sitting right on the wing, and I sat down and looked out at the wing, and just the sheer amount of width that wing had, I was like, wow, this is no 737 Classic. You know, I was super just imprinted on my mind. I could still see it to this day. It was like kind of overcast outside, and I looked right down the wing, and I'm like, oh, I thought I was going to be able to see down, but because the wing was so wide that the road that I normally thought would have been a good wing view to look down, it was just, I was sitting basically on top of the wing. And then my mom's like, well, there was an L1011 that the engine ripped through the roof and killed everybody, which is not true. I don't know why you would tell that to your kid. Freak him out. Thanks, Mother. Maybe I was acting up. She was trying to have me settle down. So then ever since that, every time I got on a three-holer, I thought the engine would come loose and, like, rip through the cabin. Yeah, it's a good spot for a green dot, isn't it, Vaughn? Maybe we'll do a max range in the Duke. 3-hour, 4-hour flight with green dot in the Duke. She might have been thinking that DC-10, dude. I can't remember. I'll have to ask her about it. I'm picking her up, so next month I got a San Jose turn again. She's out there in California. She's actually out there in California right now because she's got some rental properties. So it's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to pick her up, fly her back to Dallas. She's going to hang out with the new baby for a little while. Next month's schedule might get a little wonky, guys. We got number 4 en route, so 2 weeks out. Check your fuel becoming a concern now. 100% becoming a concern. Let's dial it back 30 inches. We need to save fuel. I didn't plan for 7,500 foot here. Can we crossfeed? I don't remember how to crossfeed the Duke, chat. I think you just go to the right. But I want to crossfeed left to right to left. Which one do I want to do? So I need to burn more from the right tank. So I need to turn this here. Fuel pump on first. Fuel pump on first. Here we go. I think we're going to burn from the right tank now. Migs, thank you for another 7 Canadian dude. Appreciate you. The 777 engine comparison with the 7.3 fuselage always gets me huge pause. Oh, I know, isn't it, dude? You stick the whole fuselage of a 737 in a triple. I think Wingnuts was on yesterday with his stream, or Full Flap Sim, his brother. PMDG, like, I've never been like a 777 fanatic by any means. Like, I just think that's twin engine 737, it's wide body, cool. But flying the PMDG triple 200 specifically, I really enjoy it. Like, I'm kind of drawn to the wing flex, the big engines. I'm more drawn to the 200 for sure than the 300. So we might have to do some domestic hops on the 777 as well. Trigger everybody else in the chat. Well, you can't fly a 777 from San Francisco to Salt Lake. Watch me. In the old wavy gravy, or the old school Delta livery. My first wide-body flight, I got changed from a 737 to a 7.8, but they put me in the middle seat. Oh no, dude. Middle seat, 7.8. Okay, so I gotta remember how to use this. If I put you in RNAV. So right now, we're only 16 minutes from our destination. So we're gonna be all right, I think. But our fuel is definitely becoming a growing concern here. I almost want to cut the corner on this VOR. So we said it was the Julian 174. Let's cut the corner for gas purposes. So, heading select, I'm going to come to the right. We're going to dial in Julian 174. So that's 180, 175, 174. Turning this direction, we're going to cut the corner. Now we got to wait for the to from flip. Now since I'm in heading mode, let's go RNAV. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it bugs itself out because of this. No? No, yeah, see, it's still showing... Well, I don't know. I don't know. Let's keep it in nav 1 while we can. Let's not experiment right now. Let's just go ahead and set 174. Plan to capture. That way we'll at least have a heading outbound. We need to get down here sooner than later. Oh man, we missed an opportunity right there. Let's put you into terrain follow mode. Looking at the chart, I think we're gonna have to do a chop and drop and get below some of this. So, yeah, we're kind of in a low spot. We're cutting the corner, 5,000. I think we can get down, Chad. I think we can do it. Let's set 6,000 even. 6,000 even. Attitude hold. Nose it over. Down we go. Power come back a hair. Mixtures are going to stay set. We're running lean. Props are going to stay set. Let's bring up our cams. I'd record the landing, but this landing is never happening, so this landing never happened. 174. We gotta find this place and land without running out of gas. 180, 175, 174. Check. In Japan, they fly the 777-300 in 30, 45-minute flights. I know, dude. That's cool. I like that. I can do some Japan ops. Good liveries, too. United definitely flies 777 San Francisco, Denver. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. I would do that one, too. Paxman, my first wide body was a 7.6, then L10, then a 744, and last was a 330. Nice. You've flown your fair share of Fokkers, MD-80s, DC-9s. Speaking of Fokker, you guys see the Fokker F-70, F-100? That update looks sweet. Magic Barrel Ref update 2992. Oh, look at that valley. We should dip down into that valley. Come a little bit right. You talk about problems, chat. Oh man, I'm so tempted to kind of cut right. I'm really tempted to cut right here. Let's do it. Autopilot's off. I have control. I'm going to use the valley to get below this cloud deck. We're going to leave everything set as is. I got to get below this cloud deck where I can see, and then we can scud run treetop level. Look at the terrain popping up quick. I'm going to turn our noise canceling off. Uh-oh, we just went IMC a lot faster than I wanted to. Oh, there's the valley, come to the right. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we can see. We got to start making our way back to the left here. Let's go transponder off. Transponder's off. All our external lights are coming off. Alright, now I can see the terrain. I'm gonna terrain follow mode engaged. I see a ridge right up there. Let's see if we can kind of just sneak right through. I'm gonna bring the props up a little bit more responsive. Bumpy down here, Vodka. Alright. Let me try to throw you back into RNAV mode. So now if I throw this to RNAV, 22 miles out, 189 ground speed, about 7 minutes. So now we're using our KNS 80 nav. We're no longer tracked on the VOR. I've got backup VOR down here at 14-0. AJ Finale, thanks for the $3 super chat. Sucker hole? Nope. Sucker gorge? Or Jesus Christ. Thanks for the $3 super chat, AJ. This is the tour that keeps on giving. Love it. Thank you, Migs. Appreciate you, man. This is going to be a challenge, that's for sure. We are losing visibility rapidly. Bring it down. Bringing it down, Chad. Bringing it down. Thank you, Migs. I got to pay attention here. We don't want to stuff it into the mountain. I think, looking at this kind of terrain, once we get around here, I think we'll be all right. How's our fuel check? I feel like the crossfeed is not doing the crossfeed that I want it to do. Is that right? Crossfeed, right engine, left tank. No, that's not right. That's not right. We need to flip it around. Get out of my way. Gosh dang it. Let's go here, here. That's what I want. Left engine, right tank. Pretty thick cumulogranite. Oh, it's breaking up though. Look at that. Yes. Let's climb up a little bit while we can. Approximately 17 miles out. A little bit more trim up there. Oh, this is what we're talking about. We're in the mountains now. Now, what may be a problem is when we lose our VOR signal, which getting down low, we will. Also, our RNAV will become unusable as well. Check fuel. Getting tight. Confirmed. Fuel pumps remain on. We're in the yellow. Come back to the left here a little bit. Let's go cow flaps half because we are kind of jockeying these 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,007. Those are set. Mixtures are gonna. I'm running them lean and hot for a reason. I'm not gonna enrich them. Just following the coordinates Pablo gave us. Listen to those turbos. Whether there's weather returns or not, it doesn't matter. We'll just turn it off because we're going to be flying through it. All right, RNAV approximately 12 miles. That doesn't seem right. I think we're getting interfering signals. If you got to choose one, turbine or piston. Oh my gosh, dude, that's such a tough question, Nav Apollo. I personally, if I could only have one, I would choose the piston. Knowing what I know now, I would choose the piston because there's a lot more to do in the piston. The turbine, it's like Duke cheat code. That doesn't mean it's any less fun. It just means you have a lot less to worry about. So if you want a lighter workload, then you probably want to go turbine. Now, if you would have asked me before I flew any of the Dukes, I would have picked turbine Duke because I'm a PT6 fanboy. But now, knowing and flying both of them, I would go with the piston, just because you get two variants with the piston. You get the Grand Duke and you get the Royal Duke, or no, the Grand Duke and the Straight Duke. It's just there is some little bit of differences. Man, we were getting rocked here, and there's more to do. There's more to keep you busy. That doesn't mean that the turbine is not amazing. It really is fantastic. All right, we gotta keep our eagle eyes out, chat. Okay, there's a lake. It's just south of the lakes, I believe. We gotta split the lakes. Let's come to the left. A little bit more trim here. 23. Okay. So we're right on the 174. DME1 is 22 miles on DME1. Sorry, say again, had the radio turned down.
I think I got eyes on this small clearing over here.
Roger that. It's, last I saw, there's a little lake near it, too. I think is that it up there? You'll know it when you see it.
Yeah, I got it. It's in a box canyon lake. Circling it right now. You find me.
All right, we're about to... Oh, hold on. Dang it. Bring up my pilotage skills here. Yeah, so there's the lake. Yeah, it's just south of Barrett Lake. Just south of Barrett Lake. So we got to get just south of that lake, Chad. And every time I bring up that navigraph, the stutter happens. Our 140 on the speed. Fuel is fueling. Lights are off. Transponder's off. Here's Barrett Lake. That's fine. That's my son's name. That's a sweet lake. Is there any fishing in there? Man, that could be some big old bass in there. All right. I think, is that a clearing there? Let's head over there. Yeah, see, our signals are all wonky. Nav 1, 27 miles. 174 would be more like that. I think that's it. Yeah, field in sight for SOPs here. All right. Let's make an overhead. And Pablo Field, November 357 Bravo 0. We're going to do an overhead flyby. It appears to be about runway 170. We got you in sight. We're off your 5 o'clock bow. You just feel the top of us. The field's off your left wing right now. So there's a...
Yeah, I got it in sight now.
All right, we're going to do a low pass, and then we'll make right traffic for 17. We'll call it 17, I guess. Actually, it kind of looks more like 16. That's a gear horn. That's me, 140. Let's just do a little inspection here. Make sure we got the fuel for this. We do. We're getting low. Pumps are on. Make sure it's coming up a little bit. Let's be nice to our engines. All right, so here's our field. Actually, right about there. Make sure there's no animals down here. Got a suspect hangar. And then there's definitely a cliff on the departure end, so let's not fly into that. Good night. All right, Pablo traffic 7 Bravo Sierra. We're crosswind. We'll be turning down here from 17. All right, props are set. Mixtures are set for now.
I'm not trying to base now. I'm gonna try to land north.
Roger. He's gonna land north. I think the winds are from the north, but Godspeed, brother. Lost it. Let's get some more altitude here. I lost the farm. Where'd it go? I lost it. Chat.
Nope, going around.
I lost it. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, we're turning base to final right now for Pablo 17. All right, we're below the white arc. Flaps are coming in. Really need track IR for this. There it is. It's like a high approach here. We are technically stage code, right? We're below the 140. Let's throw the gear now. Props are coming all the way up. Mixers are coming up. Pumps are on. Lights are off. All right, I see Vodka. There he is. All right, there we go. We're on final. Gear. Flaps coming in full now. Boost pumps, cow flaps. Dump the cabin. Watch your ears because I forgot to change the pressurization. Damn, we got a little bit of a crosswind here. I'm gonna drop it in right over those trees. Oh, don't float. Come on now. Flaps up, flaps up, flaps up. Brakes, 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 brakes. Aft, 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 aft. Come on, come on. Oh, still too much speed. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Whew. Pablo traffic, 7 props here. We're down safe.
I would call that safe, but
We'll block the end so you don't fly off. Oh my goodness. Oh look, there's his house. Let's pull up front. Like a glove. Man, see, I'm glad we were that low on the fuel too. If we were any heavier, we may not have been too good there. Alright, brakes are set. Boost pumps are off. Crossfeed normal. Cabin's been dumped. 1,000 RPM. Here he comes. Oh, he's down. Full reverse, full reverse, full reverse, full reverse. Oh my goodness, he made it. Nice, dude. Well, he's got the turbine, though. I bet he stops easier. Where you going? Where you going? All right, yeah, he's got it. Don't hit me now. A lot of work to get in here. All right. Chat. Chat. We did it. Let's go ahead and go full open. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let the turbo cool off a little bit. Let's go avionics master. Generators. 4,000, heaters off, 75, cabin dump, norm, kill it, idle, mags, and trim, we're looking good. Inverter, battery, open it up. Whew. Migs, thank you for the 3 Canadian. I don't say just me. Oh my goodness. You know, I kind of wish we recorded that now. I kind of wish we recorded that. Let's go see what Vodka's cooking. Looks like he just shut down. Look at these nice PT6s though. Kind of resting on the tail stand. He must be, I think your CG's off a little bit there, brother. CG's off. Look at these nice PT6s. Delicious. All right, let's go up for a walk. See if we can see what Pablo's cooking up here. Turbine Duke is cheating. That thing will stop on a dime and then go back and pick it up. Yeah, that's true. How are you going to load into this airport for the Tour de Americas? So you actually can load into it on 2024. You can select load on ground too. So now getting fuel, I don't know how we get in here. Let's see. Is there a way we can get in here? Or we? Oh yeah, this is the meeting house. See anybody home? Pablo. Skimming the tops of the trees along a final with the juice on replay. I know, Migs. Let's go check out that lake real quick. I think this is where we're staying for the night. Now, somebody told me that they might have to do some paint adjustments because we've flown through too many U.S. airports. They might be painting our airplane a little different as we go south of the border. We're right on the border right now, so. But we are down. Yeah, see this hangar situation over here? I got some equipment in there. Let's go look for some fish. DEA hiding in the woods. I just want to see if you can see fish in 2024. What is this little place? Got a little campfire over there? Oh, it's too shallow. Maybe do some fly fishing. I didn't bring the... Did you bring the fishing gear? Oh, man. I just want to see what's up here. Can we go up this? There's like another road up here. I saw this on Final. Oh, just a dead end? Let's go. I want to see if I can get to this little mountain thing. We'll take a picture up there. That'll be it. Pretty nice spot, isn't it, Migs? I forgot the fishing rods. Hopefully we don't get, there's like no mountain lions in here. Can I make it up to this? Oh, yes. I want to go right up there and take a selfie. Man, I'm actually getting kind of creeped out. I got good camo on, minus the jacket. Got the khakis. This is default 2024. Yep. Oh, can we do it? Oh, we can't. Come on, Barry. Yes. 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 Oh, we got to crouch down. Chat. Hold on. Turn around without falling off. This is going to be the next thumbnail. Hold on. Shift focus. Nope. Yeah, we can see Mexico from here. No kidding, dude. Look at this view. Now, getting out of here is going to be a little interesting. We might have to take off the other direction. There's no windsock. Have to lick your finger, stick it up. Oh, there's like another house over there. Yeah, there's a bunch of little houses up here. What is that? Oh, just a rock outcropping. I thought it was like a fire pit. Dude, this guy's got DirecTV. Look at this. Or Starlink. He's got to have Starlink. No DirecTV out here. That's Starlink. Pablo has requested that you refer to him as Mr. Escobar while staying at his resort. Oh, my goodness. All right, y'all. Well, unfortunately, we didn't replay that one. I'm kind of sad now because that would have been an epic replay. Let's hop back to the airplane here. But everything is down. We're down and safe. We'll take a screenshot here. We got another Duke in here. Now, hopefully, we get some radials in here. I don't know. You probably get the Beech 18 in here if you ground loop it. But that's going to conclude our adventure for today, chat. Print screen. Let's do this. Dun, dun, dun. How do I rotate back you? There we go. Nope. Oh, there we go. All right. That's it. The stream never happened. The stream never happened, chat. found one with a pool. We found another house. Gathering intel for the CIA. I need a Gordy for this place, exactly. All right. What street, Mickey G? If you guys want to come into this airport, the FBO in the Discord is where you get the coordinates from. It's off the Julian 174 at 31 miles. I believe it's what, Lima Charlie 55, something like that. If you put that in, that'll get you close. So this was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed breaking it up a little bit with the airliner stuff, getting back into the twin piston. And the next Tour de Americas is going to be another exciting one because we're crossing the border, chat. So on that note, enjoy the scenery. And I'm going to go home. I got some yard work to do. I'm going to fire up the smoker. So until the next one, stay safe. Stay healthy. I'll be one. See ya.